What's going on, guys? And I hope you are well. Back today with another SuperCoach EPL video, as you can see down below, and we'll have something pop up on the screen. Join the league. Simple as that. Before we start to get into things. Now, obviously, the title of the video, Traps and Locks, entirely up to you and your opinion and your discretion, whether you resonate with my opinion. So, we'll go through the forwards, mids, defenders, and I guess we can even go through the goalkeepers if needed. But I don't think that is, I guess, such a priority because it's fairly obvious in my opinion. You're picking a goalkeeper that is going to stay in your team for, I would say, the duration of the season, unless there's injuries. If you're running two, then I mean you're going to have to divide the money up between them, obviously. But I think looking at the ownership, I was so surprised on a few of these. And then even at the end, I'll show you the changes that I've made to my squad. So let's get into it. Right, you can see on the screen, currently looking at the forwards. Now, I think, and I will say this, I mean, again, this is my opinion. If you disagree with it, you're completely entitled to. Leave a comment, let me know where you think I've got it wrong, right, whatever. If you resonate with me, well, that's fantastic. If you don't, that might be fantastic because chances are I'll get more of these wrong than I will right. For me, Haaland is an absolute lock. Again, 64% ownership. That's huge. I think that's a little bit unders. Isaac, again, I think that's unders to be fair, 49%, as long as he stays fit, of course. 17% for Gabriel Martinelli. I think that is insane overs because I don't think he starts and he's been linked to a move away, going to the Turkish league, apparently. Don't know if Arsenal accept that. Pedro, Saka, I completely understand the reasoning there and why people would want to go there. Johan Wissa, 8%. I like the pick, 3.9 million. Has definitely been in my side at different points in time. Gyökeres, I don't like it, 6.3 million, 8%. No, thank you. And Buemo, especially with those early fixtures, 100% understand that. Brian Brobby. Now, I was huge on him. I've since that video changed things up, but again, I think that is criminally underrated at 5%, and he's only going to cost you 4.8 million. So again, I think 5% is unders for Brian Brobby. Going to be playing up top, obviously, striker of Sunderland, and they have relatively good fixtures to start the season, and then it gets a little bit dire. Morgan Rogers, it's not for me. No, thank you. Especially as a forward. If he was available as a mid, then potentially, yeah. Rio, I know I'm going to butcher this. Gamoa at 3%. No, thank you. Semenyo, a little bit pricey. Again, 3%. No, thank you. I know he's been lighting up preseason, but yeah, for me, it is a no. And I can understand why. 3%. Cunha, again, I personally, in both formats, I prefer Mbeumo over Cunha. So that's just my opinion. And I think going by the ownership, a lot of people agree with me. Thiago, 10.6 million. That's a lot. That is a lot. 3%. That's probably why. Cody Gakpo, 7.7 million, 2%. And Ollie Watkins round out the ones that I guess are relevant, so to speak. If Gakpo gets a move to Spurs, can see that ownership going up a little bit just purely because he will be absolutely nailed and there will be literally no one else from the Spurs attacking assets that you'd want. You may not want Gakpo, which is fair enough. Ollie Watkins, again, Villa's fixtures, they're a bit rough to start things off and it takes a while for them to get into a nice stretch. So 8.3 million, you can understand why he's at 2%. So that's just, again, not for me. If we head to the mids now, Bruno, this was very interesting. Bruno at only 43%. Absolute lock for me. Don't understand why he's not in more teams. Same with Wirtz, 37% of teams he is currently in at 6.9 million. I expected a lot more. A lot more. Bob, 4.4 million, will be playing, you would expect, quite regularly and starting for Fulham. 36%. Again, I can completely understand that. Wouldn't call him a lock, so to speak, but have toyed with him in my side. Palmer, well, if he gets back to full fitness and I guess returning, driving that central midfield and attacking midfield of Chelsea, then absolutely, I mean, that's a lock at that price. And I wouldn't worry about the injury icon either. It's a little bit outdated. He has since played. James Maddison currently has a hip injury. This is a huge trap. 4.9 million, 24% owned. That should be more like 2.4% owned, purely from an autofill perspective. No, thank you. Martin Odegaard, 14%, 6.6 million. I don't think he's a trap, nor do I think he's a lock. It's just I'm not interested. There is no love for Martin Odegaard for me, and in my opinion. Moving down, Declan Rice, 12%, paying 10.6 million for him. He's hanging on by a thread. He's a quality player, but the amount of games he plays and minutes, my goodness, he's going to need a rest at some point purely because of the hectic scheduling. Obviously, it was pivotal for England in the World Cup, but I'm happy to pass on him. Harvey Elliott and Andre Santos. I actually don't mind these shouts. Santos I prefer more than Elliott because Santos has been starting in the central midfield for Man United in the friendlies and has looked quite good. Harvey Elliott, no thank you. 11%, no. I think that's just purely autofill. Sandro Tonali coming in at 9% along with Dominic Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai potentially, I like his role. I think he's a little bit underrated at 9%, but again, costing you 10.4 million is a dime and a half. Tonali, 5.8 million, got his move to Spurs, 9%. I think that is a little bit too high, in my opinion. Now, this has to be autofill, or unless people have been living under a rock. Rodri, 8%, 6.1 million. He's going to Spain. Rumors are that he was going to Madrid and then Barcelona have swooped in. So he won't be playing for City at all, I don't think. So no, 8%, easy to say. Complete trap, won't be there. Phil Foden, 7%, 9 million, has been getting regular minutes in the preseason. Maresca, the City coach, really likes him, and so do I. He's in for me at 7%. Yes, 9 million, but I think ownership-wise, very, very underrated. Bruno Guimaraes got his move to Arsenal, coming in 6% ownership, 10.7 million. Bit of an unknown. Does he have the set pieces, etc., everything that he would have had at Newcastle? I don't know, so I am just, no. I'm sticking clear of that. Echeverry of City, 6%. This has to be an auto pick selection. Same with Kobe Mano, because I just don't understand these at all. Complete and utter traps. If we go down, we've got Quenda, trap. Cherky, trap. Sangari, I really, really like. But if you have listened to the Planet FPL correspondent week, their Brentford correspondent predicts him not to start game week 1. So he's out of my team based on that. But there's no doubt when he does come into the 11 and starts regularly, I'll be looking to pick him up. And if we go down a little bit more, you can see Carlos Baleba at 5% and Moises Caicedo. Caicedo, a little bit underrated, 5%, 6.6 million. Solid pick. Does everything you want in central midfield. And Carlos Baleba is currently injured, as far as I know, and is still wanting that move to Man United. If we go to the defenders. Luka Vuskovic, prior Spurs boy, lock for me, 45%, absolute lock. Lenny Yoro, I have no idea as to how he's at 30% ownership. 3.9 million. Yes, he's been playing in the preseason, but United have been without Diego Dalot, the right back. They've also been without Lisandro Martinez. So 2 out of 4 of their defensive backline has been out. So again, just screams trap. Won't play enough minutes to accumulate all the points. Yes, 3.9 million is cheap, but 30%, that is a huge ownership trap. Frimpong, I can understand it if he's going to stay fit. 24%, again, overs for me. Absolute overs. I would rather invest elsewhere because chances are he could do a hamstring picking up the soap in the shower. Who knows? The next one at 21%, Akinboni of Bournemouth. My goodness, 3.5 million. He's not going to play. Let's just get that straight. Pure trap. No, thank you. Gabriel, 20%. I've toyed with him in my team, but again, the player underneath him, Christian Mascara at 19%. For me, save the money, get Mascara. I still think Gabriel is a solid pick, season-long pick. Mascara is not, potentially short to medium term play here. So I will happily bank the 7.5 million and get Mascara instead. Moving along, Nico O'Reilly currently in my side, 17% ownership. I really like him. He would have had 52 extra points if he was classified as a defender last year. So thank you, Nico. You are a lock for me. And 17%, I think that's a little bit underrated. Virgil van Dijk, 13%. Liverpool defense worries me, scares me. I don't like it. Conceding a lot to set pieces, 9.3 million, and their fixtures are not amazing to open things up with. So no thank you. Marco Palestra, 3.9 million, 12% ownership. This is a huge lock for me. Going to be playing as one of the fullbacks, and my goodness, has he gotten high up the field in the preseason games. So 12%, huge lock, huge unders. Love the pick. Same thing with Milos Kerkez, as I spoke about with Frimpong. Just take away the injury issues. I'm not sold there. So 11%, that's overs. I wouldn't call him a trap, but 11% ownership, no thank you. Pedro Porro, World Cup winner for Spain, one of my Tottenham boys. I think he starts game week 1. If he doesn't, it will be Archie Gray at right back. Now that, we are in for a world of pain. Porro, 10%, 8.9 million. You can spend your money a little bit more wisely, I think. We go on to the goalkeepers. Have a look at this. Raya, 27%, completely understandable. Perry at Leeds, no, 22%, don't understand that. Probably going to be used as enough, so a non-playing player. Lamens of United, understandably 15%. I completely get that. Have toyed with him in my team. Kinski, again, 11%, 5.2 million. Have toyed with him in my team. I'm huge on him. I think Spurs will be a lot better defensively. But in saying that, I mean, it could all go pear-shaped. 5.2 million for this number 1 starting keeper, and we were a lot better defensively in the last, I believe it was 11 games since De Zerbi took over. So I'm happy to take a punt there. Trafford obviously gone to Leeds. 9% ownership, understandable. Pickford, 6.3 million. See, this is the price where I don't like. 6.3 million at 7% ownership. Why would you not just go down to Lamens or potentially save $1 million, get Kinski? Or even if you do, for some reason, find yourself with money in the bank, go up to Raya. And I don't think we need to go through any more. Donnarumma, 7.9 million, understandable. but 6% ownership. I'd rather just get Nico O'Reilly and pay a little bit more. Rushworth, Coventry, not a shout. Basement price is number one. Will play, potentially does make money, but 6%, I guess that's understandable. Martinez, no, because I don't rate Villa's fixtures at all, nor do I think they keep any clean sheets. Becker, 6 million. Just get Lamons instead. Kelleher, again, don't rate it. 7 million, 3% owned. That's completely understandable. Now, we've gone through all of that. Let's have a look at what I have settled on thus far. This is my team. Not much has changed. Again, if you're new around here, make sure you leave a like. Leave a comment if you absolutely disagree with anything I've said or agree. And don't forget to subscribe. Right, the team. Kinski, Spurs keeper. We just went through that. O'Reilly, Mosquera, Palestra, Vuskovic, Muharemovic of Leeds. They all should play. All should start. You could debate Vuskovic might spend a little bit of time on the bench to be integrated into the team, and Dunk takes that other centre-back spot. Therefore, Vuskovic does go back to the bench, but I'm happy to start him regardless. Bruno, Foden, Palmer, Wirtz. Midfield has not changed. I'm going to butcher this name. Is it Aji Bamba? Signed for Newcastle, has started the last two friendlies, basement price, cost them a dime to get in. So, again, if he's not starting, we will change it up. Potentially we even keep him, but we'll see what happens there. And I guess because of all of Newcastle's outgoings, I think he is a pretty good chance of starting this season. So I'm happy to take a punt there. Hopefully he'll never need to be on field. Front three has changed. Haaland, Zolis, Isaac. The new addition, Zolis, should be playing on that left wing starting game week 1 against Coventry, I believe. They sold Trossard. Martinelli's been linked with a move to Turkey, whichever team there. I think it's Fenerbahce or Galatasaray. Not 100% certain, but they knocked back the first offer, so I imagine the Turkish club will come back in for him. Zolis has started everything in preseason. He's a monster, and he's in my FPL side. He's also in my SuperCoach side, and I am big on him. 5.5 million. I'm more than happy to have the starting left wing for, well, the premiers, the reigning premiers of the Premier League, reigning champions, that being Arsenal. 5.5 mil. I don't think the ownership's very high at all. I think it's like 1%, 3% or something like that. But I think he will do quite well. And again, starting at 5.5 million, I do believe he's going to make some cash and be a fantastic on-field scorer. Because Arsenal are good, we all know that. As much as it kills me to say it, they're good. They're fantastic. 5.5 million starting left winger for Arsenal. Sign me up. And again, it would have to be something very out of the blue for him not to start game week 1 against Coventry. So more than happy to take that on. And that is my updated team. Again, guys, if you've enjoyed the content today, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to drop a sub. Join the league as well, and I'll see you next time. So thanks for dropping by.